All right. For those who don't know, my name is Ibrahim, and I'm just starting my clothing brand Damonts. And if you saw my previous videos, I was talking about how to figure out your brand identity. But in this video, I'm gonna be talking about the same thing, but I came up with a few points, and I've done a bit of research, and I think this point will help people who are just starting out a clothing brand like me. It would help them find their brand identity much quicker, and it will be more detailed. But if you do want more information about brand identity and clothing brandings, you go on YouTube and search up this guy. His name is Marshall Cruz, and he owns the clothing brand Taint Psychotic. Anyway, without any fuss, let's just get right into the video. So, if you're starting a clothing brand, don't design your logos or make any clothes or build a website before answering these three questions. Because if you don't know what your brand stands for, you're just building blindly, basically. And the first question is, why did you create your brand? Is it because you want success, or you just love designing, or you are just looking for a way to make money? Is that the reason? You need to figure out why you created your clothing brand. Why? What is the point of it? It's not because you like clothes, because that's just too shallow. You have to go deeper. What inspired your clothing brand? What did you see? What did you hear? Why? What made you stop? And what did you want your clothing brand to represent? If you figure out those three questions, then you have figured out the first question is as to why your clothing brand is here. And you have to also keep it simple but real. And your story as to why you created your clothing brand should be something that people can connect with, hence your customers. And also, you also have to think deep about what it is, because if you don't and you just go shallow about it, what your clothing brand is, why you created it, it would be no point to it, because then you'd be creating designs without your clothing brand being like the foundation of your designs. Second question is, what is the purpose of your brand? What is the purpose of your brand? It's not just about selling clothes. Maybe it's self-expression. Maybe you're trying to build a community, or it's just this lifestyle that you like. These things are what you have to think about as to what your purpose of your clothing brand is supposed to be. If you remove the clothes, right? Let's say I think about my or let's just look at a brand like Represent. If you take away all the clothes that Represent have, like they stop making clothes, what do their brand stand for? It's all about luxury. It's about doing today what others won't do tomorrow, because you're brave enough to do it. You don't care about the failures. That's essentially what their brand stands for. That's what that's what the purpose of their brand. Same thing, you have to figure out yourself. If you take away all the clothes of your clothing brand, what would your brand is? What qualities would people match with your brand? Um, and the last question is, what does your brand stand for? You have to pick some values, think about it think about personal values. What do you think is right? What values do you like to hear? Is it authenticity or you're a disciplined person? What kind of person are you? So what values do you stand for? Whatever the values you stand for should be the values that your brand stands for, right? For example, my brand stands for authenticity, discipline, uh, simplicity. If you check my slogan, I was talking about, if you check my slogan, it's about simplicity. It's in my previous videos as well. So you have to figure out what the qualities of your brand are. What values do they stand for? Pick 3 to 5 values and put them and just have them there as your foundation in case someone, let's say, you created a clothing brand now and it's now successful. There will always be haters, people who question your brand. You can just fire back at them and be like, this is what my brand stands for. If you take away everything I have, just everything that I've created, all the designs, my brand will still stand for these values. That way, it will build a community and it will give your customers an identity when they wear your clothes. But these things are only values if you live these values. You have to live for these values. If you don't and you just make them up because they sound good, then your brand is shallow. They have to show they have to show up in your designs, in your content, website, and packaging. Because the brand identity is the feeling people get from you, from your designs, from the entirety and the existence, the very existence of your brand. So before you design anything, you have to answer these 3 questions. Why did you create your brand? What is the purpose of the brand? And what does their brand stand for? Once you figure out these 3 things right, everything else becomes easy. If you start now, save this video, write your answers down, and just start. Just start. Write your answers down, save this video, like it, follow, and I would make more videos regarding brand identity and other things that you need to worry about. Anyway, this is the end of the video. I'll catch you guys on the next one.